What is going on, college basketball fans? Today we're back with an updated transfer portal video. Who are the top available players still in the college basketball transfer portal? Not only am I going to tell you who the top available players are, but which teams are they looking at, visiting, and which team do I think they are going to commit to play for next season. I'm ready to get started. I just want to say subscribe if you guys are new. Ton of college sports content here on the channel. You don't want to miss it. And yeah, guys, let's go. Alright, so our number one transfer still available right now in the portal is, of course, Grant Nelson. He has officially opted out of the NBA draft at the deadline, and he has already pretty much narrowed his list down to 3 schools because these are the 3 schools that he is visiting, and that is Baylor, Alabama, and Arkansas. Now, it did come out just this morning that he did miss his visit at Baylor and is heading to visit Alabama tomorrow. So that is very, very interesting, and I think it could be down to Alabama and Arkansas. And I also feel like between my top 3 transfers, it is a domino effect on where they might commit. Like after one commits, the other 2 will probably commit pretty shortly after. So my official prediction for where Grant Nelson is going to go is I think he commits to play for Eric Musselman and the Arkansas Razorbacks next season, which would just be absolutely insane. They already have a stacked team and a stacked transfer portal class, and this could be the icing on the cake, getting a big man like Grant Nelson, who is a unicorn type player who can shoot the 3 ball, score. He averages 17 points, 9 rebounds a game. He's 6'10". This would be just like the icing on the cake for this Arkansas team, and for sure immediately make them a top championship contender for next season. That is my prediction, that he heads to Arkansas. And here at number 2, we have a transfer out of Creighton University, and that is Arthur Kaluma. Arthur Kaluma is a really good player, still has 2 years of eligibility remaining if he wants to use them, and he has not really announced which schools he is visiting just yet, but it seems like these teams are definitely in the mix and could be teams to get a visit from Arthur Kaluma, and those teams are Alabama, Kansas State, and Texas Tech. And out of these 3 teams, and I for sure think if Grant Nelson does not go to Alabama, I think Arthur Kaluma might head to play for Nate Oates and the Crimson Tide next season, and that is going to be my pretty early prediction here for Kaluma. Like I said, he has not announced his visits yet, but there are a ton of teams interested in picking him up, and I believe that Alabama is well in the mix and maybe the front runner right now to land Kaluma. Last season for Creighton, he averaged 12.6 assists as the starting power forward for the Blue Jays and helped them go to the Elite 8, and my prediction is that he plays for the Crimson Tide next year. Like I said, it was a domino effect. Grant Nelson, my prediction is he goes to Arkansas, then Arthur Kaluma goes to Alabama, and this third one could be a domino effect as well, because coming in here at number 3, we do have Oliver Kamwa, the transfer out of Tennessee, who averaged 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists last game. Had a huge game in the round of 32 against Duke, where he scored over 20 points and was putting on an absolute clinic. He is also a really, really good defender, and he was down to his final 6 teams or so between West Virginia, Baylor, Kansas State, Michigan, and Memphis, but Kansas State, Michigan, and Memphis are all out, and he is down to his final 2, West Virginia and Baylor. Now, West Virginia has had a really good transfer portal class, and they are looking like they are going to be one of the best teams in the Big 12, which is the best conference in college basketball next season. I mean, what a class they have put together. And Baylor, they've gotten some transfers as of late too, and Oliver Kamwa would definitely help their team a ton. So he fits both these teams really well. A really good defending forward who can also score the rock, drive hard to the basket. He fits both these teams very, very well. And just not too long ago, it was seeming like Michigan was a runaway favorite to pick up Oliver Kamwa, but they are officially out. He is not going to Michigan, which is crazy to me. But this is a domino effect. Baylor is also in Grant Nelson's final 3, and like I said, he Grant Nelson did miss the visit to Baylor, and since Grant Nelson isn't going there, I have a strong feeling, sadly, because I am a West Virginia fan, I have a strong feeling that Oliver Kamwa will be a Baylor Bear next season. So that is going to be my prediction. Scott Drew gets a hell of a pickup right here in Kamwa. And here at number 4, we do have a guard transfer, maybe one of the best scoring definitely one of the best scoring transfers still available, and that is a transfer out of UC Riverside, Zion Pullen, and he has actually announced his final 2 teams as well. He was down to his final 5 or 6 or so, and just recently announced his final 2, and those teams are Florida and LSU. Now, this is really interesting because if Florida were to land Zion Pullen, they would be one of only 3 teams to land 3 top 60 transfers this offseason, and the other 2 being Arkansas and West Virginia. So that's very impressive. Florida has had a very underrated but very good transfer portal class come in already, and I'm going to say they pick up Zion Pullen as well and make that transfer class even better and win him over LSU. Of course, Arkansas and West Virginia both have potential to get their 4th top 60 transfer. Grant Nelson, of course, maybe going to Arkansas. Oliver Kamwa has West Virginia in his final 2, so definitely some possibilities there for them. Zion Pullen last season at UC Riverside averaged 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. This would just be an incredible addition to this Florida team, and look out for the Gators to have a big bounce back year and be a sleeper in the SEC next season. Coming in here at number 5, we have a transfer out of Rutgers, and he is a grad transfer, and that is Cam Spencer. 1 year of eligibility remaining, and he has narrowed his list down to his final 4 already, and I'm pretty sure he has visited all 4 of these teams, and he might still be visiting UConn right now. I think he was yesterday. I'm not sure if he is still there, but those 4 teams that he has visited and his final 4 are UConn, UCLA, Oklahoma, and Miami. Now, I could honestly see Cam Spencer go to any of these 4 schools. Last season for Rutgers, he averaged 13 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds a game as a shooting guard. And I think if Cam Spencer wants to be a starter, he should probably go to Oklahoma or UCLA. But if he does not mind coming off of the bench and he wants to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament, I could see him going to Miami or UConn, and he still has potential to maybe be a starter at either one of those schools, but I do believe it will definitely be harder to start there because those 2 schools have really good guards there already. But my official prediction is that he is going to commit to the UConn Huskies next season, try to make a deep run, and be a very good shooter and player on that team. Now, they do have Tristan Newton coming back, and also Stephon Castle coming in, a 5-star guard recruit. So he might start over Stephon Castle at the shooting guard position, or he might come off the bench as more of a 6-man type role. Either way, I think that he would play his role very well there at UConn, and that is my prediction for Cam Spencer. And coming in here at number 6, our last transfer here in this video is a Mike Sheravance, the transfer out of Dayton. He was a freshman last season, only averaged 5 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds per game, but was an A10 on the A10 freshman first team. A really good player with a ton of potential, and a lot of schools were interested in picking him up. His final 5 right now are Pitt, Indiana, Memphis, Nebraska, and San Francisco. I could see a lot of these teams being pretty good fits here for Mike Sheravance. A lot of teams that need a big man that can be pretty versatile at the forward position. But my official prediction for Mike Sheravance is that he commits to Pitt University. Pitt last year and this year have been very, very active in the transfer portal, and I think that this could help Pitt be possibly a top 5 or so team in the ACC next season and make another NCAA tournament back-to-back years. So I think that this would be a really good pickup, and he would have a pretty big role there at Pitt University. Like I said, he was only a freshman last season. He has a lot of potential. Any of these teams that pick him up will be very happy to have him. So that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about these transfers, where you think they are going to go play next season. A lot of these guys are big impact guys who are going to play big roles on their teams and have a big impact in college basketball next season. So I'm very excited. We have a way too early Power 35 coming out tomorrow, so make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. Our first preseason Power 35 coming out. Subscribe if you guys are new, and yeah guys, thank you so much for watching.